begin with the HTML basics, but um, first, HTML, as we encountered earlier, is the building block for every website. So, um, all right. So once you have your folder imported successfully, what we need to do right now is just you see this mean add new file, or you can create it from here, new file, right? Then you put in your file name. So I'll click on this. My file name should be index.html. Now the reason why it should be index is that every web server sees or recognizes the index as a default file. So which is why when you visit maybe example.com or google.com, so it brings up the web document, which means that the initial file which is recognized by every web server is the index. Okay, so it is advisable that when you developing in using PHP and other popular web technologies, your initial file should be index.html. So that is recognized by all web servers. So our first initial file should be index.html, and then .html is the extension of the hypertext markup language we are using right now. We are using HTML, so it should be .html. If you are using PHP, it should be .php. If you are using Python, it should be .py. So with the extension, the extension. Then if it is Golang language, it should be index.go. Right. If it is C++, C sharp, should be .cs. So that's how it works. Since we are using hypertext markup language, it should be .html. Now what is HTML? HTML simply is a hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup, right? Markup language. So that is HTML, hypertext markup language. Now, this language is a building block, the basic or fundamental block for every website or every web application, every software, anything software, anything web applications. Yes, so HTML is the foundation, is the basic block for it. Now let's consider you building an apartment. You see, after getting all your materials, what you do is that you lay the blocks. So after laying the blocks, putting in roofing and other stuff, that's the skeletal part. It is not yet completed for it to be used. Yes, so until you add finishing tactics, painting, adding decoration, adding styles to it, that's when it becomes completed. The same thing applies to web development. So the building the blocks, building the foundation is what we call the HTML. After doing the HTML, after writing the blocks, after building the foundation, then we now add what we call the styling, the beauty to it. And adding the beauty and styling, we call it CSS. We add CSS to it, which is the cascading style sheet. So once we build our website, we'll be adding styles to it, adding color, font sizes, and other necessary styling to make it beautiful, to make it attractive, right? So that is what we are coming to look at. We are coming to look at the fundamental, which is the HTML. Then we'll be building upon it gradually. All right, so that is HTML. Please follow with me, create this file, and let's be on the same path. So let's see how we can write HTML code. Now the most important thing you always need to specify is the doc type tag, which always needs to be the first code to write, because the doc type HTML simply is an HTML5 code line which every modern browser recognizes. Without the doc type HTML, modern browsers will not recognize your web page or your document or your codes as an HTML file or HTML document. So it is very important that in all your codes you need to bring doc type HTML. Doc type HTML. Other than that, modern web browsers wouldn't recognize your code. It will say, it will tell you an error or web page not found. Yes. So after first giving your initialization, writing the code, just make sure you write your HTML block by specifying the HTML. Inside the HTML, you have your head tag, you have the title. Now, anything inside the head tag is just a description of the website. It tells the browser that look, this website is about so and so business. Maybe it's a business website, it's an e-commerce website, depending on the information you put in the header tag. Yeah, so it's like you being human. You see, everything inside your brain, or what makes people identify you sometimes is what comes out of you. Okay, so anything in the head tag tells the browser that look, this website is about e-commerce, this website is an NGO website, this website is a church website, depending on the information you put inside the header tag. Right, so I'll say here is my info. That is my first website. I'll just have my first website in my header tag. Then after the closing head, you have your body. So in this body you can have any kind of information here. So when I just type this, when I type this, I'll have, so now when I go to my, when I go back to my desktop, go to my folder, my tutorial folder, and I enter this, you see I have what I just wrote. Okay, now let me go back, delete it, and you see that it will go off. Delete it, refresh the page, you see that it will go off. Yes, now when I put my cursor on the tab, you see that the title is there, my first website. Yeah, so the page recognize it as, okay, this is my title, and so it have it posted there. Alright guys, so we'll be looking at some HTML tags. Right, so the first one we'll be looking at is the H1 tags. H1 meaning header 1 or heading 1. So this is heading